Hi, and welcome to Cenario, your partner in mental wellness. Here on our channel, we share educational, insightful, and science-backed content to help you understand your mental health and take meaningful steps toward a more balanced life. If you're ready to learn, grow, and take control of your wellness journey, let's jump right in.
Hey everyone, and welcome. You know that feeling you're lying awake at night, your body is exhausted, but your mind is running a marathon? Well, if that sounds familiar, you are absolutely in the right place. Today, we're going to explore how to handle that nighttime anxiety with some simple, natural methods that all center around a warm, comforting cup of tea. So, here's our game plan. First, we'll dive into what the anxious night really is. Then, we'll look at why herbal teas are such an incredible remedy. From there, we'll build your personal tea toolkit, check out ways to boost your whole bedtime routine, and finally, bring it all together to help you craft your own perfect nightly ritual. All right, let's kick things off with Section 1, the anxious night. This is all about getting to the bottom of that super common challenge. What happens when the day is done, but our brains just refuse to get the memo?
And this quote, man, it just hits the nail on the head, doesn't it? As everything around you gets quiet, your mind can get deafeningly loud. Just a storm of worries that steals the peace you desperately need. It's a real struggle, and it impacts pretty much everything.
But here's the good news. There is a gentle, time-tested solution. So, in Section 2, we're diving into nature's gentle remedy to explore exactly why herbal teas are such a go-to for finding a little bit of calm.
So, what's the big deal with herbal tea? Well, there are a bunch of reasons. For starters, it's easy to find and super gentle in your system, with way fewer side effects than many medications. But honestly, the magic isn't just what's in the cup. The simple act of brewing and sipping warm tea, that's a powerful ritual all by itself. It's a practice that's been trusted for centuries, and it fits perfectly into how we think about wellness today.
Okay, now for the fun part. Let's get our hands dirty and build out your very own calming tea toolkit. In Section 3, we're going to get into the nitty-gritty of the actual herbs you can use for any kind of restless night you might have. To make things easy, we can kind of break these teas down into two main groups. On one hand, you've got your gentle soothers, like chamomile and lemon balm. These are perfect for just winding down. Then you've got your potent relaxers, like valerian root and passionflower, for those nights when you really need some extra help switching off. Let's start with the undisputed champion of calming teas, chamomile. It's probably the one you've heard of most, and for very good reason. The science behind it is actually pretty fascinating.
And this isn't just some old wives' tale, you know. Real clinical trials have actually shown that chamomile can seriously reduce the symptoms of generalized anxiety. It just has this wonderful way of gently relaxing both your mind and your body. It's the perfect first step towards a much more peaceful night.
Next up, we have two herbs that smell absolutely incredible, lavender and lemon balm. Both are famous for their ability to soothe your senses and quiet down a mind that's just doing too much. Lavender. Just the smell is relaxing, right? It helps ease anxiety, usually without any negative side effects. And then there's lemon balm. It's actually in the mint family, and it works like a mild sedative. It's really good at targeting those feelings of worry and that antsy, excitable energy. Okay, now for those nights when you need to bring out the big guns, let's talk about valerian root and passionflower. Think of these as the heavy hitters in our calming tea toolkit. Now, this is where the science gets really cool. Valerian root actually works by boosting the levels of a chemical in your brain called GABA. The easiest way to think about GABA is that it's like a dimmer switch for your brain's stress response. It just turns down the volume. Then you have passionflower, which comes in to support that overall relaxation and help your body get better at handling stress over time.
But you know, a great night's sleep isn't just about the tea. Tea is an amazing piece of the puzzle, but for real long-term results, we need to look at the bigger picture. So in Section 4, we're going to look at other practices that can make everything even more effective.
First things first, your environment. People talk about sleep hygiene, which basically just means creating the perfect conditions for rest. And it's simple stuff, really. Try to avoid screens, caffeine, or huge meals right before bed. Go to bed and wake up around the same time each day. Yes, even on weekends. And make sure your bedroom is cool, dark, and quiet. These small tweaks, they can be an absolute game changer. So we've handled the outside environment, but what about what's going on inside your head? This is where things like mindfulness come in. Deep breathing exercises can literally trigger your body's relaxation response. Having a simple, comforting mantra, just a phrase you repeat, can help quiet all that mental chatter. And don't underestimate the power of moving your body during the day. Regular exercise is one of the best ways to regulate your nervous system for a calmer night. To round things out, let's touch on 2 other tools you can add to your arsenal: aromatherapy and supplements. These can be really powerful, but it's important we approach them thoughtfully.
Okay, let's look at this chart for a second. You see things like magnesium for muscle relaxation, melatonin to help your sleep cycle, and even CBD, which is a new option people are exploring for anxiety. But look at that last column. It's the most important one on the whole slide. For all of these, the message is the same: consult a professional. I want to be crystal clear about this. That is an absolutely non-negotiable step before you start anything new.
And finally, Section 5. This is where we tie it all together. This isn't just about doing a bunch of separate things, it's about creating a consistent, personal ritual that sends a powerful signal to your brain and your body that, hey, it's time to rest. So what does your ritual look like? Think of it like a recipe you get to create. Maybe you experiment with blending chamomile and lavender. Maybe you add a few drops of bergamot oil to a diffuser while your tea steeps. Then you can just sit quietly, sip your tea, and do 5 minutes of deep breathing. The goal here is not perfection. The goal is consistency and finding what brings you a sense of comfort and calm.
So, as we wrap this up, I'm going to leave you with this question to think about. This isn't about overhauling your entire life overnight. It's just about taking one small positive step. So, what will be the first step in your new nightly ritual? Tonight.
Thank you for watching Cenario. If this video helped you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. For personalized mental wellness supplements, visit Cenario.com. See you in the next one.